Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Patrick. This is PJ Sports Life, and as a lifelong Dodgers fan, I'm going to break down the Trevor Bauer signing with the Dodgers. Yep, the 30-year-old starter just signed a 3-year, $102 million deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers that will pay him $40 million in 2021. That's a lot of money. So we're going to take a look at how he fits with the Dodgers rotation from both a baseball perspective and a personality perspective before I give you an overall analysis of what I think the trade means for both the Dodgers, Bauer, and Major League Baseball. But first, if you're here and you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the little bell for the notifications so you get notified every time I come out with a new video. So first things first, we're going to take a look at Trevor Bauer's projected stats from Baseball Reference in the upcoming season. They project him to have 179 innings pitched at a 3.62 ERA, 215 strikeouts with a 1.162 whip. Now, for $40 million, that seems like a pretty average stat line. And if you were thinking that as well, you would be correct. That is not what we're paying him for. We are paying him for what he did last year with a 1.73 ERA and a 2.76 ERA plus. That is a stat that kind of adjusts how well you're pitching versus your competition, taking the ballpark you pitch into account. Now, Trevor Bauer, over the course of his career, is a 3.90 ERA pitcher. That is about league average. So from a baseball perspective, let's talk about the things Trevor Bauer does well. Well, last year he was the best in the league at striking people out. He threw the most innings. He had the most starts. He made 11 starts in a 60-game season. And one thing he does and has shown to be able to do over the course of his career is be able to make the starts, pitch the innings. Guy averages 175, 190 innings a season. And right now, that's a skill the Dodgers can use greatly. Clayton Kershaw has not made a full slate of starts in any of the last 5 or 6 seasons. Walker Buehler, with his blister issues, is yet to prove able to do that. And then the back end of the Dodgers rotation is looked to be made up of young guys prior to this trade in Urias, Dustin May, and Tony Gonsolin, none of which have thrown over 100 innings in a major league season. So if nothing else, Bauer, will go out there, give you the 32 to 34 starts in a season, and that is a valuable commodity to a Dodgers rotation that is looking to get the team back to the promised land. They won their first title in over 30 years last year. It was great. As a Dodgers fan, let me tell you, it was great. That's the longest wait. I was 6 years old when they won their first title. I'm 38 years old now. And if he can help them, win 100 games and get back to the postseason, he's done his job, but that's only half the story. He needs to go and pitch well in the postseason, especially to justify such a large contract. Now, some of the things that have me worried about him is the fact that he's a little walk prone. He's a little home run prone. He has given up as many as 34 home runs in a season. When he got traded mid-season in 2019 from Cleveland to Cincinnati, took him a while to adjust to the National League. In 10 starts with the Reds, he did have a 6.39 ERA in a notoriously homer-prone, tough-to-pitch-in ballpark. And obviously, he got that under control last year and showed the ability to dominate National League lineups. Now, I'm going to throw this in at the tail end. There is some speculation that he and some other prominent major league pitchers that may or may not pitch for the Yankees are using some substance to doctor the baseball. Bauer has gone on a crusade. You can look it up on YouTube. He's talked about it very publicly. There are videos from John Boy that I will link in the description that go and show you exactly what Trevor Bauer was doing in Trevor Bauer's own words. It's very interesting. If MLB closes up those little loopholes, he might not be as effective as he was last year, because last year he clearly was like, you know what, if everyone else is going to do it, I'm going to do it too, and look what I can do. He went out, his whip, 0.795. He was unbelievable last year. Now, if that Trevor Bauer comes out for the Dodgers next year, he's easily worth $40 million. So that kind of segues nicely into the personality and fit issues that the Dodgers might have with Trevor Bauer. He has a big online personality. Like I said, you can find him interviewing people on left, right, and center on YouTube. He just had an interview with Fuzzy, Major League Baseball, the show content creator. So he's out there, and as such, that comes with good and bad. It's like they say with anything on the internet. Once you hit send, you can't get it back. However, that I find to be less of an issue than most. The Dodgers have a lot of veterans, especially on the pitching staff. Like, you're not messing around with Clayton Kershaw. Mark Pryor seems to run a pretty good ship there. And Dave Roberts has shown to be able to handle all kinds of personalities. He did a great job getting the most out of Yasiel Puig. I mean, he was a solid contributor for the Dodgers, and now he's out of Major League Baseball. So I don't think his personality is going to be a bad fit. So overall, what do I think of Trevor Bauer signing with the Dodgers? Now, I'm not a huge fan. I've not been a huge fan of his for a long time. I don't think he is as good of a pitcher as the hype would lead you to believe. But the Dodgers do need innings eaters. He is a right-hand pitcher in a staff full of lefties. He should add value to the Dodgers this year, but the contract is huge, and if he reverts back into being a 3.5 ERA pitcher, he's probably not worth it unless, and there's always the big caveat when you're talking about the Dodgers, unless they win the title. If he gets the Dodgers to the playoffs after an average season and then pitches lights out through 3 rounds in the playoffs and helps them win a back-to-back title, yeah, no, great signing. What else can you do? So if you like my video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I will be back with more content talking about sports and all the fun things that go on in them. Have a great day.